protect your marriage, protect your relationship. Don't pop out until it's official. Listen, we get so excited. Oh, I got a man. Y'all protect that relationship, especially if it's going in a good direction. Because what's going to happen is when you stop posting, then people are going to be, oh, did they break up? You don't know what's going on in my relationship because we don't post each other, and all you know is we married, or you didn't even know we was together. Welcome to the Woman of Worth podcast. I am your host, Tanisha Burks. If you haven't already, please take time to like, subscribe, follow, share, rate, and review the podcast. As y'all can already tell, I'm excited about this being the final episode because now I can change my shirt. And not just that, but this one can be kind of fun and not so offensive. I know that I can speak from an offensive place, but I just honestly believe that the truth shall make you free. And a lot of times when we hear the truth, we may not like the truth. It may not feel good to us. But at the end of the day, when stuff starts coming to light, we're going to remember the person that told us the truth. And we might not go back to that person and say, you were right. But, sometimes, ladies, we just act like we're just a little bit not so smart. And I'm tired of seeing women hurt and being hurt by things that they put themselves in. There's a difference between you being hurt because you really tried your best and you really vetted somebody and they tricked you. Okay? There is a difference between that, or a person changing up on you. There's a difference between that and you knowingly walking into a relationship that you know is destined to die or destined to kill you, and you think you're okay spiritually, you think you're strong spiritually, but I'm gonna tell you, when you land with somebody who is has the works of the flesh, and their spirits are entering you, those spirits begin to take over you, and they begin to knock whatever anointing you have in you out. Because I've said it and I shared it in the book. Women, we are receivers. A man is a releaser. We receive it, whatever he's releasing. So when he enters our womb, when he enters our body, he is releasing parts of himself into you. And that's where, a lot of us, after we've started sleeping with somebody, we develop these attitudes, we develop these habits that we never had. We start smoking, we start drinking, and we can't even pinpoint when we started it, but it came with that man. It came from that man. Or we start cursing, or we start lusting, or becoming extremely perverted, and that's because he has a spirit of sexual perversion in him, and now we can't turn it off, and we just need it all the time. Well, that came from him. It did, because you let him in, and now you're mad one or two babies later because, oh, he lied about who. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He told you exactly who he was, and those first 1 to 3 conversations, you just decided to ignore it. So this is why data collection is important, and this is why dating is important. I have a bad habit. I will tell y'all, I have a really bad habit of, when I am talking to somebody, I'm all in. All my eggs are in that basket. I told y'all last season. I needed data collection. So I did date some people. Not all at the same time, but I went into the relationship not thinking, as my best friend would tell you, that, oh my God, this is the one. No. With data collection, that's where you learn more about yourself, what you like, what triggers you in your mate. You learn that stuff during data collection. But if you are jumping from a 3-year relationship and trying to get right back into another one, you haven't learned anything. You haven't taken the time to evaluate what went wrong in that relationship, and what you did wrong in the relationship, and what you didn't like in this person, so that you don't want to see it in your next. You just going on to the next person, carrying your baggage with you, and then now you're treating this person like the person that you just got a relationship with, and that's not right. It isn't. And most men don't want to be in a relationship with someone that hasn't worked out their baggage, unless He's simply there to take advantage of you and get what he can get out of you. Some men will work through it, but I'm going to tell you this. They don't got really much time to tolerate your mess on top of what they dealing with as a black man. Okay, because most of us date black men. They already got that pressure of being a black man in America on them, and now they got to deal with your baggage from another past black man. They don't have time for that. They really don't. They're going to try to work with you as much as they can, but eventually it's going to be like, deuces, I'm out. You need to go heal. A real man will tell you to go heal. Come find me when you're done healing. And if you don't heal, don't come look for me. Okay. So in data collection, we're asking intentional questions. Intentional questions are not. So what kind of toothpaste do you use? Do you put the top back on it when you're done? What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite fruit? That's superficial stuff. What is his favorite fruit gonna do when y'all going through something serious? No. These are the questions you need to ask. How do you handle things when you're upset? I hate the what is your love language question. I really do. Everybody got a love language these days. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. Because love language is, I love the book, but y'all taking it too far. That's your first question. So what's your love language? I don't love you. So you don't need to know my love language. Right now, I'm getting to know you. I don't even know if I like you. Let's figure that out. This will define if I like you. How do you handle hardships? What do you do when you're mad? What do you think about raising children? What are your values? Are you close with how's your relationship with your mother? That's an important question, not just for for you to ask the man, because how a man treats his mother is how he would treat you. But I always say a woman that does not have a good relationship with her mother can't be trusted. So men need to be asking that question too. What's your relationship with your mama? And what's your relationship to your daddy? Because some of us women got mommy hoes and daddy hoes that we haven't filled yet. We haven't forgiven our parents. We still treat them like crap. And that's going to show up in the relationship. Because if your first relationships on this earth did not secure you as a human being, there is no way any other relationship on this earth will. So what you have to do is you have to fix those relationships first. I will be the first to say, and I hope this doesn't offend my mother. For the longest time, I felt that me and my mom had a strained relationship. I felt that she was always hard on me. And I realized that maybe she saw the purpose in me, and that's why she was harder. Plus, I'm the oldest girl. So my job as the oldest girl is to be an example for my sisters. But I always felt like she has this thing against me. And finally in therapy one day, I was talking to my therapist and I said, we have this group text with me and my sisters and my mom that we text every day. We laugh, we send each other memes and videos and everything. It's a really cute group. And so one day I felt triggered by something that my mom said. And I told her, I said, I had to sit down and say, why is this triggering you? Your mom's not even saying it like you're taking it, right? And so then I told my therapist, I was like, so at that point, I told myself, Tanisha, you're the problem. You want to be offended. And finally, what got me to this place where me and my mom have an awesome relationship now is I stopped seeing my mom as my mom and I saw her as a woman who had a childhood that went through some things in life and that did her very best, whether I thought she failed me or not, whether I felt there were some areas in my life I didn't get, she did her best and her best needs to be good enough for me. I only have one mother. So whether I like what she's saying to me because she's going to tell the truth, okay, no sugarcoat, straight shooter, I need to be able to respect her as a woman. and not see her as a mother only. Y'all get what I'm saying? And it's too many women walking around without a positive relationship with their mother or their father, and they want to be in a relationship with somebody, and your first relationships you haven't even mended or healed. You only get one mother, one father, and once there's no rectifying that relationship. They're gone, and you have to live with that emptiness of not having that mended relationship and not being able to see them again. The little things that get on your nerves, you're going to miss that once they're gone. I'm telling you. You're going to miss somebody being straight with you, telling you the truth when you don't want to hear it, but you need to hear it. We stubborn. We just don't want nobody telling us what to do. So back to data collection. It is important to ask intentional questions. Watch how a man talks to his mother. Watch how a man talks to the mother of his children. Watch how a man is with his kids. If he left his kids, the people that came from him, if he left the seed that came from him that he planted on this earth, I wouldn't plant no more seeds for him. Because one thing that doesn't change is patterns, especially in a man that hasn't worked on himself. So if he can leave his seed, I can guarantee you he can easily drop and leave you too. What kids see, they see abandonment. They see you chose something else over them, especially girls. I talked about in one of my books, like, I didn't grow up with my dad, but we worked through that. That man apologized so much, still apologizes. Like, it's weird when I show up for him and he's telling me, thank you. No, I have to show up for you. You're my dad. I only have one. So whatever decisions you made back in the days, I'm a grown woman now. I understand that sometimes things just have a little more control over you than you desire for it to. And I had to learn how to live in that and accept it. And kids have to work through that too with their parents. But it's kind of hard to express that to your parent without offending them. That's why the episode that I did with my kids was so imperative and important to me, because I wanted my kids to feel safe enough to tell me what they felt. What in their childhood did I miss? Everybody's not mature enough to do that. I'm not a narcissist though. So I can listen to when I'm wrong, and I can have empathy for people who I've hurt, whether I hurt them on purpose or not. Most of the time it's not on purpose, but I can sit in that and I can listen and I can say, I'm sorry. I know I failed you right there. Because sometimes I'm sorry, I apologize will fix everything. But some of us so stubborn, it's just all about us. And when your kids get to the place like mine where they learn, my mom is open to me telling her anything, and she's gonna listen and she's gonna hear me. She may get mad and not talk to me for a day or two, but eventually she's gonna come back around. I can trust that she's gonna always be there. My kids don't disrespect me, but they do say what they have to say in a very respectful way. I taught them that. And I can hear them. So you gotta make sure the person that you're with, that they have a good relationship, not just with their parents, but with their seed. They don't have that good relationship with their seed, they can do you no earthly good until they fix that. The Bible says it. Not to provoke your children. Honor your mother and father. It says something about the wife and the husband. I can't remember it off the top of my dome. But honor your mother and father. It doesn't say honor your mother and father when they're good. Honor them. Don't provoke your kids to wrath. Ask intentional questions. Find out about that family. That's going to let you know a lot. It's going to let you know who the issue is. If everybody not dealing with you, it ain't everybody. It's you. But you too narcissistic and selfish to see it. Keep your legs closed, but your heart open. I said that a lot during the series, and I mean that. Ladies, stop being so easy. Stop. A person that's supposed to be with you is not going to have a problem waiting for you. And there are still men out there who will wait for you. And I guarantee you, there are men who expect you to wait on them. Because we got some real good men coming up these days with morals that value themselves, that's not out here just making kids and shooting them off and having 10, 15 different baby mamas. Like, we have men that are actually doing their thing. So if you find one that make you wait, child, that's a king. Okay? It's nothing more beautiful than a man with some morals and knows his worth and values himself. Because if he values himself, he's going to value you. The most important thing that I want to talk about is don't pop out until it's official. Now, that means engagement or when you're married. I saw 2 instances in the past year of people who didn't pop out until it was official. The most respected one I have is, I think her name is Whitney, but she goes by Just Whitney on Instagram. She got married in secret. Only her friends and only her close friends and family knew. And then on top of that, once they were married, she waited about 3 to 4 months, I believe, before she even told the world that she was married. And I said, that was really smart, because that gave her time to really enjoy her marriage without any opinions from the outside world. By that time, they were just able to get to know each other and to spend time with each other and not have to worry about comments from the public, because people are, y'all so mean. I don't get it. And I understand, like, I could be watching the show and I could just not agree with something. And then I had to remember, okay, these people have feelings too. So a lot of times I do write comments and then I'm like, okay, when I look and I'm like, oh, this is under Woman of Worth, I got to take this down. And then I erase them because it's just not nice. And I have to think about people's feelings. And I have to think about what I would want people to say when they watch my videos, So that gave them time to just like really enjoy each other. They had a honeymoon for 3 months where they got to know each other as husband and wife. And that's what I plan on doing the second time around. I'm pretty sure I'm going to marry somebody that hasn't been married before, but I'm going to have to explain to him, listen, we're doing destination, and I'm going to need people to take pictures with the camera and not their phones, because I don't want this getting out on the nets before we announce it that we are married. And let's enjoy each other for 3 to 4 months before we reveal that we're actually married. Protect your marriage, protect your relationship. Don't pop out until it's official. Listen, we get so excited. Oh, I got a man. Okay. Y'all, protect your peace. Protect that relationship, especially if it's going in a good direction, because what's going to happen is when you stop posting, then people are going to be, oh, did they break up? You don't know what's going on in my relationship because we don't post each other, and all you know is we married, or you didn't even know we was together. So nobody could come and ask. And then some people are just so dirty where they'll know that they don't want to be with you, or okay, so a man to see you and he didn't want you until you was in a relationship, till you announced this relationship with somebody. And then a woman will see that man, and then now she in his inbox knowing he with you, with the one, he got a girlfriend. So just people don't want what they can get. Everybody wants the forbidden fruit, what they didn't have, what they don't have. Okay? So protect your peace, protect your relationship. Don't pop out until that thing is official. Now you can pop out once you're engaged, but the only reason I say engagements are kind of iffy is because y'all could break up. Dear future wifey, he posted his engagement, did not post that bride until she walked down the aisle, which I kind of think was a mistake because the backlash she got after the wedding was probably it wasn't warranted. Where all of that could have been out the way before she got married to him, you know. So it was a lot of backlash. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. But that's why I say official is married and you've actually made it past the annulment stage where you can annul a marriage. Get past that annulment stage and get to the place where you actually have to work to get a divorce. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, it's so much work to get a divorce. You might as well just work it out. But I wasn't trying to work it out. There was no way. Absolutely not. So that's all I have for you with the Dating with Purpose series. I really hope that something was said that helps you and that can help you in these dating streets because it is rough out here. But, you know, if you desire to be a wife, you didn't get that desire out of thin air. That's a desire that God gave you because He'll give you the desires of your heart. And that's a desire that's going to be fulfilled. But you have to be patient and you have to vet and you have to data collect and you have to keep your legs closed. Okay. All right, ladies, we'll be with you next week. We'll be talking about something completely different. I think we're going to dive into like really studying your Bible, why it's important. And you have a wonderful day. Again, it's Good Friday, so I hope you guys are at church. You'll be hearing this in May, so it's way past. Easter's gone, but I hope you guys enjoyed your Easter service, and that you enjoyed your Good Friday service, and you have a great week.